What's up, RC? Let's give everybody out there a little taste of the studio, the RC7 studio, and let me show off your artwork, especially the Lion's Pride that you're working on as a commission piece for me. Now, I'd love to tell everyone the story watching this right now of what happened in Florida, but we can't share that story yet. But kudos to you. You sold a piece for more money than you've ever sold a piece before.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty jacked about that. But what do you got over there, RC?
Yeah, let's check it out. So this is in the making right here. This is a piece for Michael Zappia and his beautiful son Anzio, my family. They are my family. And I came up with this piece. I came up with this idea. You can see the size of it. It's 2 foot by almost 3.5 feet, 24 by 36. And I came up with this because Mike was basically like, listen, I go, Mike, I have this idea of a father and son piece. And it's just been coming to me. And I got this image, and it's called Lion's Pride or Father's Pride. We haven't completely labeled it yet, but it's a father and son, and the power of the lion. And it has so many symbolic meanings, but also the gentleness of raising a child and to be protective and formidable. You know, it says that you should be formidable. You can be strong and dangerous, but you're kind and loving, meaning like the wolf, like many of the pack animals that I resonate with is you're formidable. Don't mess with my family or you're going to get the lion. You're going to get the wolf. But guess what? I will love and protect you no matter what, through and through. So these paintings are so special. Each one of them is a little piece, a story, something that when you have one, you're going to pass this down to generation to generation. This is something that is an investment in culture, an investment in art, and an investment in one of a kind item, piece of art, a piece of history that is more special than you can possibly imagine, because you're going to give it and leave it behind when you pass on, and et cetera, et cetera. It could last for hundreds and hundreds of years. So there you go, the Lion's Pride. Let me show you another piece.
Well, before you put that away, pull that up again.
Yeah.
Just for someone who hasn't been watching all of my posts and seen the announcement, basically we're working together after being brothers and friends for all these years. And nobody has promoted RC and shouted his name from the rooftop more than me. And I've been wanting to represent him as his agent for a long, long time. And I think I'm overqualified to do so. So RC made me an ambassador to his entire fine art line that he's creating called the Robert Charles Aradio Fine Art Line. It's starting today. You're looking at one of the few first pieces that he's done. I've commissioned him to do 7 pieces for me, but I'm opening this up to anyone who happens to remember RC from West Seneca, all of our friends and family. There's thousands of us. And then anybody along the way that worked with us in a business called Hello World and VM Direct RC, there's tens of thousands of us.
Oh, yeah.
And there's literally hundreds of thousands, millions of people around the world that have seen RC's artwork, his comic books, his graphic novels. He's worked for Universal Studios. He's worked and created attraction. I mean, the stuff that he's done for amusement parks around the world is incredible. But RC, tell him real quickly about where your passion lies. A couple questions: where your passion lies right now, what you want to do for the rest of your life when it comes to your artwork,
Sure.
and talk about the groove that you're in right now, and the fact that we are offering anybody out there a chance to have their own commissioned piece by RC is what I want to get out there. But share with everyone a little bit about what's going on.
So right now, I feel like Vanna White, and I'm presenting. No, all joking aside, Michael has got it right. I'm going to put it right back here. You can see how, whoa, that was the fan. You can see how big it is, hopefully.
Yeah, it's big.
There. Now, I'm in beast mode. I got paint.
Yeah.
All over me because I'm a painter. So to answer Michael's question here, I'm a designer, commercial artist, an amusement park director by profession, but by passion, I've always wanted to oil paint. I've done it my whole life, but by raising a family, I'd never really had the opportunity to dig in. Now that all my kids are grown and I raised 5 kids, I'm going gangbusters. And Michael had mentioned something that happened that he predicted, and he has a sixth sense for what's a winning team, what's a winning product, and he nailed it because something that I'll just use some basic numbers, something paintings I was doing just so I'm going to friends, families, and inner circle before this becomes larger than I can control. And the cool thing is, Mike predicted it. And not only did he predict it, he came in my life at the exact time, even though we've known each other since we've been teenagers. Mike was little. I mean, I used to make him peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right, Mike?
Yes, you did.
So anyway, to get back to the deal, I started doing this about a year ago, and I started getting serious with it about 6 months ago. The progression has gone from a $50 beautiful original $50 oil painting just to friends and families, and so I could donate and I could do things with the extra money, has now almost quadrupled in value and attraction. I just this weekend have a special announcement that I and Mike predicted this. There you go. There you go. He's in the room. I had a piece that sold for multiple thousands of dollars, and Michael predicted it, and that's where he exactly priced it. And it actually happened. Something that was under $1,000 is now sold for multiple thousands of dollars. So above and beyond the passion, this is what I want to do for my retirement. This is what I want to do with my brother Michael. This is what really gets me jacked up. But we're going to friends. Hey, sorry, that pounding. Can you hear that? Okay. We're going to friends, families in the inner circle first so they have an opportunity to invest.
You.
You.
No, the person watching right now.
Yeah. Could be you.
We're going to you.
You have an opportunity right now, this inner circle of Facebook friends, families, and close colleagues have a chance to get something special before it grows into something else. You know, you have a chance right now before I'm inundated with commissions on a professional level. And I want to get them out to all the people I care about, because I was telling Michael, each one is a small little piece of my soul, because it's an original oil. Like, look at this female stag. I got so many great compliments, and so many people are. This is the Protector. It's a beautiful painting of a mystic series of a female stag. And, you know, you have a chance if there's a loved pet, if there's an animal that you associate with, like I represent myself with the wolf because it's a pack animal and it protects his family, and there's an alpha and an omega and a social structure. So I always identified with the wolf. Everyone's got an animal spirit. You know, you have the chance right now through Michael and myself to go ahead and create a legacy that you're going to be able to put up on your wall and have for 100 years and pass it down. An original, one-of-a-kind oil painting, and it's special. So I'm super honored that Mike's come on board and really has jump-started something that we started many years ago when he brought me up to Jacksonville, to the Jacksonville Jaguars NFL stadium. My kids got the skateboard down the ramp. I mean, how many kids get to go to an NFL arena and get treated with such welcome arms? And Michael set that up, and I went up there with a painting, and still have it. Michael's got a master print of one, and it was something that we started a long time ago, and life happened, and now we're back even wiser, even smarter, and with the opportunity to embark on what I consider an investment that's going to quadruple in value, but something that's priceless, an original, one-of-a-kind oil painting that you could pick and choose what you want while you can. So I'm just happy to be doing it, and I want to share it with you. There you go, Michael.
Yeah, and I'm trying to bring back to life that trip that we took, but my son's room is.
Oh, yeah.
Can't find that football.
Why don't I get the original off the wall? You want me to do that?
Well, yeah, grab that, and I'm looking for the Jaguar
Okay.
football signed by my cousin David Caldwell.
Oh, yeah, I got the football.
Oh, you got a football too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you got a ball.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool. I have no idea where my ball is, but that doesn't surprise me. I don't know where anything is anymore. But while RC's getting that painting, um, yeah, I'm putting it out there, and I'm commissioning him to do 7 pieces for me. It's part of the RC7 line and concept. He loves the number 7. And a lot of people don't know this about me, but I am also an artist. I worked with RC for years. I went to school, illustration and graphic design. I'm nowhere near the level that RC is, but he's doing 7 pieces for me right now. And there's the Lion's Pride you see right there.
Hey guys,
Oh, you got the ball? Cool.
so here's my Gabriel. Here's my son Gabriel. Hey, Gabriel, come
Hey,
say
what's
hello
up, dude?
on the ball.
Gabe, let's see those lats, buddy.
He keeps it in his room, right?
I
Yeah.
love Gabriel.
His
That's awesome.
room.
My kid beat it up. It looks like a disaster right now. Yours is beautiful. Oh, David Caldwell, go Jags.
Yeah, there you go.
Man,
So
I wish
we're
Dave would have won that
he's
Super Bowl.
gonna play the ZFC with me. Here's the original
Oh, look at that thing.
Jaguar Mystic.
What is the Mystic line, RC?
The Mystic line.
Because I could tell you got little designs in
The Mystic line
it's not like
is
a real picture of a Jaguar. You got some really cool lines.
it's stylized. It has an artistic flair to it. It symbolizes your spirit animal. Isn't it cool the way the lights hitting the canvas? You kind of see the size of it. Show them the back of the canvas too.
That thing is massive.
The stretcher frame.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
This is a 3 foot by 3 foot, so you can imagine. And we commission all sorts of different sizes. But the cool thing is, the Mystic line is your animal spirit. And it's got these tribal marks where picture like a Mayan or Aztec or a Native American with the symbols and different things that are going on. We embed that in the animal's fur, and they become almost like with the NFL, a shapeshifter. You know, the person's running and then they turn into a jaguar. So it's like this mystic inner spirit. And you know, maybe your spirit animal is a squirrel. And I could paint you a squirrel, or maybe it's the hummingbird. Whatever it is, we love creating original, one-of-a-kind pieces that are special to you. So that's really what it's about. So there you go.
Love it.
I wish I could tell you more, and Michael will tell you more
Yes.
about the exciting things that are happening. We're actually pioneering something that is going to be very special, and Michael's going to tell you all about that in the weeks to come. There's such exciting news. I just wish we could tell you guys, but we have to hold off until we have confirmation of a few more things. So
I wish you could show that piece right now, man.
Yeah.
Okay, tell them about the Tom Brady piece, the Michael Jordan piece, the Josh Allen piece we're going to be working on here soon. Because I'll be showing it to everybody, RC. My goal is to just it's going to be a 24/7 thing. We'll get all of our social media together for RC7, everything.
So we're, in addition to the things that we have that are a little bit have to wait and before we make an announcement, which is going to be epic and it's going to rock the sports community. We also we are doing, there you go. You got them all.
Niners. Yeah.
We have a commission for a Tom Brady piece, and we do have that comp all ready to go. We have a commission for a Josh Allen piece, and it's really cool about that is, you know, what he did last week when he did like he was doing an alley-oop for the basketball. I love that. But there's also the very famous pose where he's doing the hurdle, Hurdle Avenue in Buffalo. We put together a beautiful, same size as Lion's Pride. We're doing 3 more pieces there, and we're doing a Michael Jordan piece. And as you know, Michael is a very well-known, connected networker, and he's got connections in the NFL. You know, he had the tryouts with the Seattle Seahawks, and he's been there. He's been around the NFL. He's been around sports. And sports is just one component of what we're doing. But if you think about all the mascots for the NFL, and you think about the creatures and all the animals that comes from it, it's kind of hand in hand. And the things that are going on right now are pretty serendipitous. It's all starting to come together. So stay tuned. We're going to have pieces that are going to be seen in some of the top hotels, casinos, houses, homes, and to me, it doesn't matter if it's a small 2x2 piece or a piece that takes up half of a wall. This is what I want to do. It's the legacy I want to leave behind for my family and friends. And the more people that we can get to spread the joy and be part of it, there's something that moves you visually. We could bring it to life in a one of a kind original that you can own. We're only going to be doing this for a little while because I'm not going to be able to keep up with the demand. And that's why I'm going to friends and families first, because that's what we do. Right, Mike?
Yeah, and RC will never toot his own horn. And one of the reasons why I want to be the one that exalts him and edifies him and shouts from the rooftop is, number one, it's never been RC's strength to run around and beat his chest
I'm
and
a
pat
guy.
himself on the back. Yeah. But for those of you who watch this or are going to share this with other people, I want to tell you from an outsider's perspective is the work that he's going to do right now for the next 12 to 24 months as commission pieces for any one of you out there that wants one. Number one, I will guarantee you it's going to be something you cherish for the rest of your life. I've got a bunch of stuff RC's done over the years. I got a couple originals. My uncle's got a couple originals, but it's going to mean something to you and your family. But
Your uncle's
beyond
got
that,
five. He's got
Uncle
five.
Mike, I know he's a beast.
Five.
Yep.
That
Yep. But if you get one of these pieces and you have them commissioned at number one, you're going to be a part of this movement. Your piece is going to be a part of the original gallery, but that piece is going to go up in value massively. I'll bet my life on that, just so you guys know. So anyone that's serious about getting in line right now, and I'll set up a meeting with RC, a 15-minute meeting about whatever
Yeah.
you want painted, and he'll catch the vision. He'll send you some comps, and then he'll just do his work. Now, RC, real quick, when it comes to the Lion's Pride, that's not an oil painting yet, is it?
Right now, it's the base painting. I go in there and I had it recorded. I go in there and I hand pencil it. I grid it out. I use the grid system. I kind of compose it because I had a commission. Actually, your friend Jamie wanted me to do something with his family. He goes, I want a portrait of the likeness of my family, but I want them to be Vikings. And then I started talking. He goes, it's a real special piece. It's going to be in my living room. I want my kids to have it. He actually wants to go pretty big, 4 foot by 4 foot. And he says, this is my daughter, my two daughters and my son. And we all want to be Vikings, but I don't want it to be a portrait. I want it to be a likeness of our family. So I put these beautiful rays of light coming through a mystic forest with birch trees, which are native to Vikings, and winter weather locations. And he wants it to be fall. So I actually worked with him and did a couple sketches over a few phone calls. And now he's got already a comp. So I get that comp on the computer. I look at it, I draw it by hand, and then I transfer it to the canvas in multiple different ways. And then I base coat it, get the approval, and then we go to oils, and then it becomes a final. But I do have something to share with you that I found when I was at my parents' house in Buffalo. Mike, you're going to love this. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, when you did the Elio DiPaolo Wrestling Legends at the Auto, I'll never forget that.
This is a piece of paper actually from the Buffalo News.
So
I've
that
been
right
doing
there, RC, that was an actual show of Elio DiPaolo, was a famous wrestler who RC and I spent some time with him. He owns an Italian restaurant in Buffalo, New York, but he had all of the top wrestlers from the WWF, if you remember, WCW. And RC, were you there when they all came to town and we went to the
I did. I was invited. There's Jim Kelly holding up the Buffalo Bills helmet. This was
Yeah.
Legends too.
That was so cool.
I even did a cameo in there, but
Had you?
I have these originals somewhere, but I'll find them. So what I'm saying is it crosses over to personal pieces. It crosses over to friends and family. Maybe there's a loved one you want to do a likeness of, or maybe there's a pet that had maybe passed away, or just a pet you're in love with, like a cat or a dog or a bird or something. I don't know. A friend of mine wants me to do his parrot that was I think 21 years old. It was a parrot, and they want me to do a beautiful parrot from one of its pictures on a tropical background. So and I brought up the wrestling stuff because Mike and I have a tie to sports, with his ZFC and all the different things we've done. There's something happening here. It's a movement. And if you had a chance to run with Norman Rockwell, and I'm not comparing myself, but an American illustrator, or if you knew that you had a chance to be part of their inner circle before
Before their work matured and
before their
exploded.
work matured and got so inundated with orders and different things. And now's really your time to. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest with you, because I'm getting really busy as it is right now. I got, I think, 10 commissions. But I really wanted to take the year and example. My cousin is in Italy right now. She's in Venice. Her name is Kitty. And she's going to be speaking to someone that wants, so I want to get a piece in Italy. She's going to be speaking to someone that's going to get an original, and she's going to have it and take it to Italy, right? So I want to get these pieces out for the next year to family, friends, my close inner circle, so it's spread around the United States and globally, right? Um, then after that, I could feel good, confident knowing that we're going to be doing bigger and bigger shows, and the people who deserve them, the working class, the hard friends, everyone that's come together at least has them, and that means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to Michael. So Mike's running my business side of things now and taking care of a lot of the structure, the legwork, and making sure that I'm represented properly. And I'm just impressed. So as it grows, you will know. And don't wait. It's going to be an honor to make these pieces. So I don't know, Mike. I think that's all I got. What do you got left in you?
Yeah, you reminded me of something when you were talking before. A lot of things have transpired. You and I worked together in the business world. We built a network together. We changed a
Yeah,
lot of people's lives.
yeah,
But everything came back to artwork and passion multiple
yeah,
times. We took that trip. But actually, when both RC and I, we almost weren't even here on this camera today. He
yeah,
almost died. He went through a horrific health challenge where he
yeah,
was in the hospital for 8 straight months
yeah.
and got a viral infection, got an infection. It affected his lungs, pneumonia. Like literally, RC, you were almost dead. And
Yeah, it was in,
anyone who followed your journey saw
yeah.
that you were really in a bad spot, right?
And I'll just keep it quick with that. Thank you. Um, I was in a wheelchair for 5 months. I was in the hospital bed, couldn't move for 30 days, and really what kept me going was doing my artwork, my paintings, and keeping in touch with my friends and family. So um, I did a painting in the hospital, and then I said, when I get out, I'm going to do this full time, and we're about to embark on that. And Michael too. Michael has had health challenges, and it was a big scare with his health challenges, and we decided we decided that we were going to do this, and we were going to get in front of all people, people that just want it for their home, or people that want it for casinos or hotels. So
Oh,
we had a second
I'll
chance.
keep it really simple, RC. My goal for you is to put you in a position and build the business side and be your cheerleader and your representative and your ambassador to your line. I just want you to I want you to spend the next 5 years just doing what you do. Cause you're at a place. You told me the other day that you're not bragging to me cause we're brothers, but you said to me, Mike, I'm in a zone. Like everything is just so tight, but loose. How did you explain that when you said that? Cause from an artist's perspective, I kind of understood it, but where are you right now with your hand?
So the cool thing about this is, a lot of the artists I look up to and follow, and you think they're an overnight success, but and many of the actors, many of the singers, illustrators, and athletes have put in so much time. Athletes get a really young start, but as an artist, your work matures. And I was just explaining to Michael that I'm just on fire. Everything I touch right now, I could understand the colors. I could see things instantly and see if it's a cool shadow or a dark shadow. And I have always had this ability to pull ideas out of people's head, almost in a psychic way, and really give the client what they want. So it's amazing when someone comes to me and says, like, your friend who wants the Viking piece. I'm like, oh, I love Vikings. And I showed him some stuff, and then he's like, but I want my 2 kids in it. I'm like, okay. And we did the whole thing, and you're asking what the environment is. The thing I love about a painting is you could do anything, and just if you could dream it up, if you have the desire, you have the ability, and you just make it happen. And now I'm starting to see colors and things like I've never done before, and it's just happening so fluid. And there's this new fluidity to it, which is another growth pattern. And this is when you hit your stride. So I think the people in this next era that do get a hold of these will be able to cherish their memories that are memorialized on art
I got,
canvas.
I got something to ask you real quick that I think people would want to hear.
Yeah, sure. Shoot.
Arthi, I'm an artist and I know what it's like to create something magical and beautiful, to what I feel is magical and beautiful. Obviously, it's in the eye of the beholder, but I know
Sure.
how hard it is to let something I design go.
Yeah.
So when you create something like look behind you, that thing's going to be a masterpiece in a couple of days. How difficult is it for you to do something for somebody, even if it's a brother or a friend or a best friend, and actually let it go for a fraction of what you know it's worth?
So when I did the Buffalo for Michael's uncle, Uncle Mike, I didn't want to say it was hard. I mean, I was paid in full. We had a contract. He got a certificate, and I did 4 other paintings for him. And I gotta tell you, that was a hard one to send because every morning I looked at it. You know, Michael said something to me the other day. He said he looks at his lion piece,
Every day.
and yeah, that's exactly when. Oh, here's a really amazing point.
Can you see the buffalo on the screen?
Yeah, I can.
I
Yes,
pull, bro. I can't wait to go to Vegas in November. I'm going to go to my uncle's house. I can't wait to see this thing in person.
yeah. There's something magical about seeing a live, and I call it a live oil painting because it's the painting is alive on the canvas. It's not like an acrylic painting could be good, but when you see the deep, rich oil and you're sitting there, here's the cool thing, right? When the internet's down, when you're off your phone, when the world is quiet, when you're sitting there, um, I really want you guys to understand the magic of owning this. And Michael reminded me the other day simply by saying, you know, I did it the other day. I did this painting called Bravo. And, you know, I just sat there and looked at it. And it's amazing. You don't have to be on the internet. You don't have to be on a phone. And you could just enjoy that piece on your wall and know that you were behind it to do the commission. You partly came up with the idea, and then it's in your room. And then and it's quiet at night and the world is quiet, whether it's early in the morning or late at night. You just stare at it. And there's something really special and resonates with a quieter inner strength with every piece. So for me to let those go, kind of made a deal with myself, made a deal with Michael for the next year and a half. I'm not gonna be selling these forever. For the next year to 2 years, I want to get as many originals out there as I can, so everyone has them. So it starts to create a
So
name,
not
like a
not everyone has them. The select few who
select few right now.
jump on the
Yeah.
opportunity. And then a year and a half from now, it's to take this thing to galleries, and
Yeah,
these pieces, guys, are going to go for 10,000, 20,000. The one the other day
easy.
went for 10 grand, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. His work
Yeah.
is
A
second
million.
to none.
I
A
mean,
million.
honestly, the paintings behind me right now, one sold for 6.5 million. That was in the span of 30 years. So it's really not about the money. It's about the opportunity more than anything.
And
And what I mean
that
by
was a Frazetta piece, right?
Frazetta, yeah, the Dark Kingdom up in the top corner, the Viking,
Yeah.
right there.
Hmm.
It just sold for 6.6 million. And back in the day, he was getting a couple $1,000.
And
And
that's a print of the picture, right? Of the painting?
that's a print. Yeah,
Print.
that's a print.
So we will be selling our C7 and our Robert Charles Aradio prints of originals as well. But
Yeah.
that's coming down the pike because not everyone's going to be able to get one. And
Yeah, and we're going to have beautiful prints. We're also going to have master prints. This is a nice interview, by the way. We're just kind of hanging out. Call it coffee talk because I want to
yeah,
eat some coffee.
I don't have any coffee.
Me neither. I got this though.
Yeah. Wait till you see my ball. It's destroyed. Anzio killed it.
I won't let the boys touch it.
The
But
logo is all smeared off.
no way. So
Luckily, we know Dave. We can get him to redo it.
yeah, hopefully, yeah, for a different team. But yeah,
You know who he's with
um,
now?
I think you told me Seahawks.
No, he's with the Eagles.
Oh wow, Philly.
He was instrumental in helping to put the team together last year that went to the Super Bowl and was
Holy
literally
shit.
1 minute and a completely bogus pass interference call away from winning that Super Bowl.
Oh, I know. That was a
Oh,
tough
I
one.
want to puke thinking about that Super Bowl.
So It's funny. I was the only jock in art school, School of Visual Arts in Manhattan. I came in, I was all buff, jacked up, and flat top, and cheesy little mustache at 19 years old. It's funny, and just like high school, I got along with everyone because it's all good. You
You were
know,
the
we're all here
homecoming
for one
king,
thing.
RC. You were the
Yeah,
homecoming king, weren't you?
yeah, it was with your
And
sister.
my sister, yeah. Check
Yeah,
this out.
she's a great, great, great
There's
person.
Bravo right there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You mentioned Bravo earlier. This is a massive 2 foot by 5 or 6 foot painting, right?
3 by 6 foot. Yeah, yeah. It's big. It's
And
big.
I love Bengal tigers, man. That
Oh, yep. That goes back to Buff State,
yeah.
no doubt.
What
Well,
is this? What's this over here on the left? This
well, that's.
wizard.
I did a series of seven. That was my very first RC7 series, and that was Mystic Creatures. Those are your animal spirits manifesting into like a shapeshifter. Obviously, it's all fantasy, guys, but I'm heavy into fantasy. I've written several novels with characters, and I'm into sci-fi and fantasy for as from illustration. But I'm actually moving from illustration and getting more into fine art now. Um, Illustration is one of the oldest traits on the planet. You know, all the religious all the religious masterpieces of fine art were basically illustrations because they were commissioned. Illustration, the term of an illustration is to commission a story, to tell a story, right? So there you go. That was my first line. I still have those. And now I'm doing a second line called Mystic Creatures and then Mystic Animals. And then we're going to move on to a series of seven ocean called Mystic Blue. Is going to be my next line. We're going to do all ocean creatures, and um, there's just I plan on putting out 200 to 300 paintings, and in between those collectibles, I plan on getting as many originals out for the next year or two to our inner circle. And that's what Michael and I are calling it. We're going to reach out to anyone that has the passion to have one of these in their house as a gift or you know
Yeah.
any area that they feel is available. That's it. You know, and it's great because we're actually building this as brothers and we're moving it into a legitimate business. And you know, I just I just it's happening. I just sold a piece for multiple thousands of dollars. The person was chomping at the bit to get it, and I didn't want to let it go because I just made it. And they said, "Look, I'll write you the check right now. I want this piece for my collection, and I want three more." And that's happening more and more. And actually, Michael kind of spawned the whole thing too, because it's out there in the universe now. It's happening. So you know, it's a nice chill night. We're just talking as friends. We're talking as professionals. We're talking as creatives. Both Michael and I are creatives. We worked on so many projects together. But this is about leaving a legacy behind. And I know I'm in the right hands with Michael as my ambassador and art agent. And when we're all dressed up and we're hanging out, and we're in our suits, and we're in that lobby of that $1 million hotel, I'm going to send an invitation out to anyone who wants to come and be a guest of honor that owns an original. And we're going to
Ooh.
invite you guys, and we're all going to hang out. I'm going to do a show in Buffalo. Um, Near the Albright Knox, we're going to be doing one. I'm going to be doing one in Orlando, Florida. I'm definitely going to be doing one in Miami. I'm going to be doing one potentially in Vegas and Santa Fe. So we're going to go on the RC7 tour, and we're going to be going with a traveling show. And anyone that's in those areas is going to get a hold of Michael, and we're gonna have a nice little showing of some originals and a beautiful evening of music, media, and art. That's
Yeah.
the vision, Mike.
I can see like a dozen that are available for sale right on the spot. And I can't wait to see I can't wait to see what they go for as time goes on. It's gonna be pretty
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
there's only a few times in life where you get an opportunity to be in creative bliss, and you know, to create at the speed of thought. You have to have years of practice to be able to crank these out and do them in an artful, meaningful way. But there's only a few times in your life where you get to have creative bliss and bring friends along and make money doing it and make other people happy. And this is one of those moments with the RC Aradio line, as Michael has told you. we're going to take this next 2 years to get out as many as we can while we can, and hopefully turn this into something that we can leave that legacy behind. So there you go.
It's good. Let's close with just one last special piece that you have somewhere close to you that you can show.
Sure. What's that?
What do you have like physically in your?
You know what I want to show you.
I know you. I know. And dude, if you want to, I won't be mad at you.
No.
If that piece, bro, is just ridiculous.
We'll save it. We'll save it.
Yeah, we gotta have something to show them later. I can't wait to show you guys this piece.
Oh, I can show you guys how it starts. This is the pencil of a ram. So I hand penciled this ram onto the board.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the board, I'll show you what happens. It goes to an acrylic. These are 16 by 24.
That's cool.
It goes onto an acrylic board. And this is all dry. And then from there, it goes to the oil. I'm working a little bigger lately.
Bigger is better. That's the oil?
Yeah, that's the oil painting.
Hmm.
Mystic Bear. You see that it's got the mystic symbols? I usually work in triads, groups of 3, like the Trinity.
Yeah.
And this is like the one Michael has. This is the one I did in the hospital in my wheelchair. This is the snow leopard. And this is a 14 by 11. So picture 11 by 17 sheet of paper. This is 11 by 14. Mm-hmm. And I even have even smaller intimate ones. So I'm just rifling through my private collection here. And I studies, there's tons of them. So there you go. That's what I got.
I love it.
Want to see anything else, Mike?
I think we're good for now.
I think we're good.
I'll save this and put it up on YouTube. And
you can edit it up. Oh, this is I did for a friend. He was a small one. This is for one of my other agents. His name is Ben Pocari. He's in Buffalo. He's going to be representing part of Buffalo because Michael knows everyone in Buffalo. But Ben's going to do this. He goes to art galleries. He wanted a skull.
Cool. Is that oil?
Yeah. That is an oil. Yeah.
Did it start out as a pencil?
Yep.
So the process is always the same? It goes from pencil to acrylic to oil?
No, sometimes I go right from pencil. I won't put anything down. I go right to a wash. I'll do a process video for you, so you can do that. And here's a very small pencil sketch of I based out. This is a very special piece. I won't get into the story of it, but it kept me going through some pretty hard times, believe it or not, because he spoke to me every night. I was in the hospital. He spoke to me. You know what he said? Don't quit. Get up. Get to work. Don't quit. Get up. Go to work. He would insult me if I was weak. There's some strength in this somehow, and you can ask anyone in my family. I looked at it every single night, and there's something about it. It's just power. It resonates. So we are doing a really cool interview, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah. I bet you.
And this is what you get. You get your
oh yeah, the
certificate of authenticity. It has the date on it. It's got the title of the piece. It has my signature, and this comes with the painting as well. So there you go.
Yeah,
we did it all.
Good stuff, RC. I know you're tired. I'll let you.
Yeah.
But we'll be back again. I'll post this raw video up, then we'll chop it up to hit some.
You can edit it up. There's a lot of content in here, but guys, I'm honored for anyone that gets in touch with us that wants to do something special, and I truly believe it's an investment. It's a legacy that you can leave. It's a legacy that you could pass on, and it's fun. It's fun. The creative process. We're going to keep it fun.
Do it, RC.
All right, brother.
Have
a good evening. Let's talk soon, and I'll get my picks in.
Yeah, get your picks in for the ZFC.
The ZFC. I'm playing Michael's fun game right now. It's finally after so many years of development. That's why we've come full circle as friends and business partners and brothers, and we're moving this along, and we're finding like-minded people to move this along with too. As Michael stretches his neck and does his calisthenics. Guns, baby. All right.
All right, brother.
Have a good evening. We'll talk to you soon.